Good afternoon. It is exactly noon, and I am absolutely excited to be hosting the Power Up Party website launch. Um, we are live on Facebook and LinkedIn and some other social media, and we are hoping that we can give some prizes out too. Okay, good. I'm actually seeing some comments. Carolyn Von Oosten, can you tell me how you joined us? Did you join us through the StreamYard link, or did you join us through LinkedIn? That will help me understand if everyone can also oh my goodness, we've got quite a few people on already. Just let me know so we know how we can give away prizes. Um, we will be giving away some very nice prizes. Oh, Laquita, thank you for being excited. We are too. Carolyn, I joined through StreamYard. Laquita and Lisa, did either of you join through the LinkedIn that I sent? I just want to make sure that people on LinkedIn have the opportunity. Um, yes, LinkedIn user. Yes, so happy to be here. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm getting everybody's comments, and I really, truly appreciate everybody giving some lunchtime here. I and my team that are all here live today because we're very enthusiastic about this. If you don't quite understand how it's been for the past year, just really trying to update and refresh the original mission of Power Up, which was incubated during probably the worst time in modern history of the last 50 years during COVID, when nurses truly had nowhere to turn except each other and through just each other. Really, there wasn't very much to do at hospitals were just inundated with protocols and trying to keep people alive and trying to keep nurses and other clinical providers on site and healthy. So we were born as a response to bring people together, to power up, to provide a platform, a social media platform, but also an event platform. Our first meeting was right after COVID in Orlando. And then our second meeting was a year after COVID was officially done in at Norton in Louisville, Kentucky. And our third gathering will be this year, November 19th through the 21st in Miami with Jackson Health. So we are absolutely excited to say that we are no longer just a platform for nurses trying to find each other. I think it's best to say we are a platform for nurses who have found each other and want to collectively recreate healthcare in a nurse led, heart first fashion. And I, as everyone who knows me personally, am honored to be in charge of the administration, the business growth, the development, but I'm not a nurse. I have worked for and with nurses for 35 years, from my early days as an executive at McGee Women's Hospital through time at Parish Health. And to me, it is really and truly an honor to be in this position to collectively change the world. I did a lot of work in global healthcare when I was at McGee, 10 years working with USAID to change healthcare. And I think now, for the first time in many years, I feel that we have a model that is so replicable. We just need more US hospitals to demonstrate that protecting and promoting the well being of nurses is not only the right thing to do, but it is the core business strategy to protect their very existence, and also the cornerstone of community health. Because an energized nurse not only goes to work every day, and I don't know how this happens, but they find hours and hours to volunteer globally and locally to bring better health to people. So thank you for being on the call. We will have prizes at about 12:30. So please eat and listen and ask questions. I'm trying to keep track. Um, I'm trying to keep track of everyone that's on here, and I so appreciate it. My goodness. But what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of get off the screen and share. Our new front page of the website. And I just want to make sure it's an easy one to find. It's www.powerupnursing.com. And it is where nurse well-being powers hospital performance and ultimately improves patient health. And so that is who we are. And I wanted to, I'm hoping that everyone could hear the video that I'm going to launch. It will be redone, but for today, I had AI do it because I really couldn't get into the studio. And one of our advisors has graciously, who's also a TED Talk person, has graciously volunteered to redo it and put herself in it. But for right now, I'd like you to look at our composite, who is really talking about the strategy of Power Up Nursing. And you'll see that it's quite different than just being there for each other. All right, my fingers are crossed. I was just told that it really didn't show. I apologize. So, if you can, after we are done here and you move on to a cup of coffee, please view that. I don't know if you heard anything, but we're pretty proud of the script, of the message. And here's the message: hospitals no longer have to think of nurse well being and the things that are done for nurses as a benefit. It is an unquestioned obligation of an organization to pay attention to the vitality of its employees. They've learned this in things that have gone to trillion dollars, things like tech and the AI industry, where you can indeed count on being cared for in some way or another by your company. So I am very happy. Okay, thank you guys for coming through and saying that you didn't see that video, and I'm sorry about that. I see that. Likewise, I apologize. If you can go on and look at that, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, so we're going to move on down a little bit so you can get an understanding of what the website is. This is the homepage. Nurse Wellbeing is a financial, clinical, and workforce crisis. We built a platform that solves all three. So if you're an individual nurse, stay tuned. There's stuff for you down below. But for right now, if you're representing a healthcare facility, Power Up Nursing is the only proactive, data-driven platform that turns nurse well-being intelligence into action. It protects a hospital or facility's finances, care quality, and your workforce before burnout takes hold. If you go down to this next little white area, you'll see a graphic. When nurses thrive, healthcare systems perform better. Now, you guys can maybe roll your eyes because this sounds so intuitive, but you know what? I've sat in boardrooms. I've been consulting for hospitals. My other company was Spirit of Women, consulting in C-suites of more than 250 hospitals. And believe me, they roll their eyes when you would say, when nurses thrive or when nurses feel great or when they're healthy, you'll make more money. They're like, no, it's when we have doctors or specialists or new equipment. Somehow, no one has been able to prove this until now. And I don't say this with any ego. I say this with such gratitude to literally dozens of people who have volunteered hundreds and hundreds of hours to develop what we are launching today. Burnout, chronic stress, and physical pain affect 90% of bedside nurses simultaneously, invisibly, and at an enormous cost. Most health systems only see the damage after it happens. And blame the nurses, of course. It's a spike in turnover, a dip in HCAP scores, a workers' comp claim, a medication error. We at Power Up Nursing, and you, just because you're here and you're interested and listening, we built a different approach. Our platform converts real-time nurse well-being data. And so every nurse wears one of these. I don't want to hold up my middle finger. Wears one of these rings. We are currently working with Circular. It's a little mini lab, soon to do blood pressure and glucose, but right now does on-demand EKGs. I mean, it's so cool. So we are helping nurses understand how that affects their daily life, how it affects my life, my sleep, my weight management has been amazing. I have worn every smart ring from Aura to Samsung to our latest relationship, Ultrahuman, to now Circular. And it has changed me and the way I live and work and eat and breathe. It's amazing. And every nurse, we have this on thousands of nurses, have shared the same thing. How did I not know that measuring my own vitals, like I measure a patient's vitals, changes everything? It gives me a new prescription for my own vitality. So now we have all these thousands of nurses, experts in their own health, using their vitals. But we de-identify that and we give it to CNOs and to leadership of the hospital, clinical intelligence to act early. So your chief human relations officer has workforce visibility in order to retain your best people and to help different departments manage themselves better. And of course, your CFO to give them financial clarity, to measure ROI on every dollar invested in your nurses. Some hospitals are building this in to grants or money given from the foundation, and they're building the cost of the ring into it. Jackson has been amazing. They have purchased the rings for their nurses, but their nurses are paying their hospital back through payroll deduction every 2 weeks with just joy, because it's an easy deduction and the difference within the first month is really feasible and really clear. So, because when nurses thrive, patients are safer, teams stay stronger, and your bottom line reflects it. Now, remember I said this was the home page. So what is really great, and I don't know who is on the call. I can kind of check if I go back here, but I've got to send a huge shout out to Chris Hamrick and Pavitar Duo and Kartik Shah and to Anel Tuyabayeva and just who worked endlessly to do this really important tool. How do you go to your CFO and help them understand what a potential is to put well-being programs together? Now, I don't want you to leave this conversation without understanding Power Up has well-being programs. We have, based on kind of neuroscience and neurolinguistics, we have something that we call just the three R's, right? We retrain your brain, we rewire your thinking, and we reset your life. Beautiful. They come with little webinars, ongoing support online. But for instance, Kaiser is really interested in running its Caritas programs through this. Gene Watson's beautiful, scientifically based, that helping nurses feel compassion differently and understanding their own hearts. How does that affect directly daily patient care? So no matter what you believe, and I know that some of our advisors of Power Up Nursing have beautiful wellness programs. We want to place them with hospitals and then be the model that shows the real effectiveness of these programs. So how does a hospital decide to put $100,000 into a program, whether it's our 3 Rs or your wellness? It's an innovative performance management program, and you can estimate, your hospital can, how much nurse burnout is costing you. And it's very easy. I'm not going to do it. You're going to go do it. You can do it with your CNO, your CFO, but you put in your nurses, and this works. So you can do it. So you have your 1,200 nurses, your turnover rate 15%, 8%. I have hospitals that are doing really well in early pilots with 5 to 7%. Your overtime rate, and these are things, if you don't know them offhand, you can get easily from administration. Your absenteeism rate, your average travel nurse spend, which of course is increasing again. It was down after COVID, but it's most hospitals are saying they're spending more than they believe they would be. HCAP summary scores, and then the amount of your Medicare patients. All of these have, and we're happy, just please send me an email at info@powerupnursing.com, and I will put the tech people on the phone with you if you want to talk to them before you go to your leadership. But then you just calculate your ROI, and you'll go here and you'll see this is with those nurses. You'll get a return on investment of almost $1.8 million with a $99,000 investment for those many nurses. And here's the turnover reduction, overtime reduction, absenteeism, travel nurse. And, we're not going to be able, we're doing pilots with a lot of hospitals, either 90 days or 6 months. And at 6 months, you can really begin to see this. At 90 days, however, you can track things like employee sense of pain. Our biggest surprise, and I don't know if Dr. Bridget Johnson is on the call or not today, but one of our, and Dr. Rodriguez, one of our biggest surprises were how much in the original pilot at Jackson, how much pain reduction there was. We had done this for stress and burnout, but 80%, I believe, had a significant reduction in headaches, back pain, knee pain. That's amazing, because that in the end is what exacerbates stress, right? Those physical pains are not disassociated ever from our mental anguish. So it was really exciting to see that in action. So you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see some overtime reduction, of course, absentee reduction, travel nurse savings. And then there are algorithms behind all of this for value-based purchasing, turnover, overtime, and absenteeism. So we would love, you can fill this out on any of the pages, for you to come to us and play with this. Play with the calculator on your own. If you want a step-by-step guide as to how to walk your team through it without us involved, we're happy to show you. Let's just go ahead a little bit further down. And then we have on our homepage our upcoming events. Our Dance It Out is going to be occurring at 20 plus healthcare systems and hospitals across the United States, where during Nursing Week, and our official day is that Friday, May 8th, nurses are going to dance it out. We have a song, we have posters, we have giveaways from partners and sponsors. I don't want to say it's too late, but it would be too late by April 15th, because we're doing final surveys of how many attendees to send gifts to, et cetera. Very exciting, but this will be an annual event. Our next is Nurses Night Out. It is not a virtual event. It says virtual, but it is in person on both of these. The Nurses Night Out, or nurses at one of our hospitals, it's going to be Nurses Brunch Out, where we're providing a meal, 3 amazing speakers, and great swag to nurse managers, directors, and CNOs to help them understand that their future is based on good financial sense, educational planning, and resilience cultivation. Our Chrysalis Conference, guys, you got to go buy your ticket. I can't believe that people are already coming. We have Laquita Burden, who's on our call, is our chair of the curriculum and conference experience. It is going to be absolutely amazing, and it's such a gift that it's happening at the level it's happening. We are partnered with the Nursing Action Coalition of Florida, and they're actually going to be having some of their statewide reports at the conference, as well as their nurses coming. We are hosted by Jackson Health with a beautiful, not a gala, but an awards kind of ceremony, heavy hors d'oeuvres at one of Jackson's showcase hospitals, Jackson West. So please go ahead. It is November 19th through 21st. And then I can't believe it, people won't let it go. We had a nursing Power Up Caribbean cruise for nurses 2 years ago, and everybody keeps asking about it. So please go in there, read the description. We will provide the dates as soon as we have 10 signups, because these cruise companies demand a big payment, and I don't want to put that on there until we have people signed up and ready to sail. So that's the next part of our homepage. Our latest newsletter is in the left, and if you are on this call or we have your email, you will get a link for tomorrow of a brand new, we're so excited, of newsletter. If you're listening live, because there's a lot of people that may not be registered, just go ahead and go to www.powerupnursing.com and you can subscribe. If you give us your email, we will send you that link. So you can also schedule a consultation. You guys know how that works. And then just very quickly, I want you to be able to find things. And I hope you're paying attention, because there are questions to win prizes. So Power Up programs. So remember when I said originally we were for nurses. So I want to go there first. We really have found, and Leanne Meyer, who's on the call, which is one of our founders, a veteran nurse of, I can't see your comments, so I'm going to say that it's like 50 years. She pointed out she was really one of the very first podcasters in global nurse podcasters with her Once a Nurse podcast. And it was very sad. She would talk about how nurses don't really understand why they want to be nurses, especially when COVID hit. Like, what's the mission here? It was just so devastating and overturning. So, really, direct to nurses is about you do make a difference. I know it sounds hokey. It's not just the one patient whose lives you saved, or the spouse of the patient who's deceased, who you made it easier. You really were there. But, you can make a difference even bigger, with tools and strategies and communities to help you not only protect yourself, but rediscover the joy in nursing and share it with others. You can go through this on your own, but this is the reality. Nurses, it's like almost 6 out of 10 nurses feel burned out. And that's a significant feeling, not just, oh, I'm tired today or stressed. I'm done with my job. 80% are working under high stress. 61%, it's the same 6 out of 10 that are planning to change their jobs. And this to us is what we discovered at Jackson. And we have a part of our wellness program is called Somatic Functional Therapy, which was founded by Dr. Joseph Slakowski, who is a occupational medical doctor, Dr. Ramon Nunez, and Dr. Elba Rodriguez, who is a PhD neuroscientist. This is stress causes chronic pain. There's no other cause. Even if you were injured and 10 years later, that inflammation that's causing the pain is exacerbated by not knowing how to manage our everyday stress. And 77% of nurses have musculoskeletal disorders, backaches, knee aches, feet aches, shoulders. And that's one of the reasons why we have such a brain drain. Not only is it stressful, but our 50, 60 plus years old nurses are saying no more. I can't handle this. My body is not this old to feel this way. So we're trying to address all of these things. You're not alone. Your career is important to us. And these 4 categories will grow. Everything from your health, and you can click on that and go and learn about the biometrics and getting your own circular ring at a discount. Today, go on there, get it, talk to us, email me, find me on LinkedIn, and make it happen. Start that commitment to yourself. We're going to go back to your skills. We have an amazing relationship with Skyscape, and a partner network where on your phone, so, I've had nurses, I've done focus groups that they know their EHR, their systems in the hospital. They can go in there and find out how to do, this was a very interesting story, how to do a catheter on an uncircumcised male, but they don't want record of that. Who does? There are some things that slip your mind on how to do, some things that are basic. So we're offering some really cool tools that are between you and your phone that offer AI assisted clinical skills, as well as really great AI, kind of like a Siri, for any questions addressed to all the major medical journals, academic textbooks, all updated. As well as NCLEX prep. If you have a daughter or granddaughter that's studying to be a nurse, or somebody that's taking the NCLEX, that they were a CNA with you, please, this is where you're going to go and figure out how to buy it. And listen, it's like $99 a year. It's not huge money. And you own that data between yourself and the app. I'm going to go back. These are just things we have heard. You want your health, you want your skills, you want your lifestyle. So we have really partnered not just with sponsors, but with people and things that we believe will strengthen your well-being. So if you go to shop now, you'll see things, education, financial planning. We just did a big event at Kaiser in San Francisco and Oakland. And there was, 80 or so nurses. And every single one of them, it was Dr. Delbo, our education VP, put up a survey. And every single nurse said that finance is one of their top three stress points in life, whether they were seasoned managers, directors, or starting nurses. So we have great information, nutrition, stress, and well-being. So please go and explore those things. And then something I'm extremely, extremely proud of, that is, let me get back here, is community. I know everyone's kind of tired of a lot of different social media. I am so tired of Facebook and all the ads I get there, and the fact that I really am not allowed to promote anything there per se. And LinkedIn is the same. And LinkedIn is just, the prices on LinkedIn, if you're listening, just to advertise or promote or to do things, it just costs a lot every month. So we've started a community, and the community is a Power Up community on a brand new platform that I am quickly falling in love with, called Skool, Skool. This is our Power Up Nursing community there. And you can go on, and if you have something you want to sell to nurses, I will see it. It has to be appropriate, but we want you here. If you have an event for nurses, we want to build this to millions of nurses. And we only have 18 right now. So if we could just put 10 more people on there, I'd be thrilled, because it really builds. And we're going to be putting free CEs up here. We're also going to be putting a really great course on AI life hacks for nurses, personally and professionally. So please go ahead up, look at Power Up Nursing, and join. We would love that. Let me get out of here and go back. So lots of opportunities for individual nurses. Going back up to Power Up, we talked about hospitals. You can go here, calculate your ROI. It really is from a hospital perspective. These are the 3 courses I told you about. Retrain your brain, lots of somatic functional therapy here, rewire your thinking. This is so deeply rooted in research. When you talk to yourself and others using a certain way of talking, vocabulary, those cognitive tools change everything. And then lastly, reset your life. Sustainable habits, quick, wonderful, 3 programs. So you can learn more there. And then lastly, but not least, we are very proud to tell you that we have a complete student or resident nurse. So your new students that are coming into your hospital, you are investing so much time, so much money in these young people. And we want to make sure that we can provide either the nursing schools and programs or the hospitals with a program that gives them well-being and resilience training in a 12-week program with a textbook. It's coming back from the printer soon, but I can't hold it up quite yet. The digital academic ecosystem and the skills lab that I mentioned, NCLEX Prep, which is a top-rated national preparation program, all again on your phone. And then we have an option for peer mentoring at the hospital. Jackson has launched this, I believe, 2 months ago. So we will have a white paper on the difference between nurses that are starting at the hospital with less than 2 years experience that are on the mentoring program versus not. So that's it. And you can find us the same way, info at Power Up Nursing. Events, I already kind of went through them. This is really a big deal to us. The Chrysalis Conference, November 19th through the 21st, and the Caribbean Cruise in March. Sometime in 2027, we had a sold out think tank. And those of you that were there still keep in touch with me saying, when's the next one? It'll be by invitation only, and it'll be in Scottsdale, but we don't have the date yet. It will be in 2027. So check back. These are our events. And then I'm really excited. You can get our blogs and our newsletters in one place. So that's easy to find. You can also get our podcasts. We love to talk, and we have such amazing guests. And we are working actually on getting this all updated, right? I think so. Yeah, these are just a couple, but they will all be linked back to our YouTube channel so that you have access to them. And then I'm really proud of this. And if you're listening, please, very soon you'll get an email asking to be one of the first digital subscribers to Power Up Nursing at no cost to you if you're one of the first 1,000. We have a magazine, and there's Glenée Davis. This is our actual, comes out in May. This is our actual cover. But really what this is about is it is a celebration created to honor the real stories and lived experiences of nurses. The most amazing thing to me, and has been for 30 plus years, is that nurses continue to serve, provide compassion, and figure out ways to make other people's lives better in the midst of the deepest desperation and darkest times. In this book of nurses' stories, magazine of nurses' stories, you will find nurses who have shared their addictions to alcohol and drugs while nursing. You will hear stories of unbelievable advanced cancers. You will hear the most devastating stories of the loss of a husband, sister, brother, child. And all through that, their courage, their challenges, their triumphs just shine through. So we wanted a national platform that will be biannual, twice a year, to showcase the heart, grit, and soul of the nursing profession. And here it is. We're still seeking advertisers. We have our 18 nurses that are amazing. But if you or someone else that's close to you has something that you want to talk to nurses about, promote a product, a service, a franchise, please get in touch with us. If you go to this page, you'll see the advertising, and you'll even see a media kit that will give you prices. And we still have about 5 full pages left. So Sarah V, thank you, took the back cover. It will make us wonderful. And then here, I really want to show you our about. It really shows how we're working as Power Up. I want people to understand that we are very transparent. We have our core hospital program. We have our nursing school program. We have partnerships with people like CeraVe, Myro Capital, Moxie Scrubs, ACE, the American College of Education, Circular, and more every day. And those are important to how we run our business. And now, because of our innovation and our unprecedented management based on biometrics, we are being included in major grants in the state of Florida and beyond. And we have partnered with COMHIT, COMMHIT. They will be on our website soon. Are they on the website? I'm looking at my team. Is COMHIT on their website yet? No, not yet. They will be. We're an official partner of them to improve rural health and the improvement of nurse workforce well-being. And then we don't have the advisory board up. Oh, we do. There's our amazing advisory board. Many of you are on the call, or and there we are. There's 8 of us, and there will be 4 more, if not 6 more, by May. And we're very excited about their stature, their influence, and their continued growth in the nursing industry. Our team, let me go back up here, is also here. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, let me go back. Oh, here we are. About. That was an old page. There we go. There's Power Up team. And there we are. There's myself, Laquita, who is the Chrysalis chair. We're calling the conference Chrysalis. We love it, right? Because in order to really change things, we got to release a lot of crap. We got to also cocoon together and then be brave enough to fly. And it's a nice metaphor. Laquita is running the curriculum and the experience. Everybody meet Dr. Kimberly Delbo, who's a fractional vice president of education. Cheryl Field, who is a hugely respected voice in clinical and AI innovation, is a strategic advisor serving. They're not just advisory board, they're actually doing projects and helping us develop. Lisa Grossman, Dr. Grossman, is the director of human performance. She'll be doing a lot of the training with us. Chris is Chief Brand Experience Advisor for a bit more. I'm hoping we can keep him on. He has a very, very large client that he will be working with, but he won't leave us. He's developed too much of our infrastructure. Bridget Johnson, Dr. Johnson is nurse scientist and innovation advisor. Jody Cotis is a project manager. Leanne is a founder. She's a chief nurse advisor. Pam Rollins, strategic operations and growth advisor. Joseph Slakowski, who I have already talked to you about, is our chief medical advisor. And then Anel, who most of you who have anything to do with our company, she's our director of partnerships and strategic development. And she probably gets the youngest award. I might say most beautiful, but I don't think so. So I am so proud of this team. It is a group of people that have put their heart into this and are willing to help with the day-to-day, some with salary, some not until there's a budget, but nevertheless, they are committed, and I cannot be more thankful. Well, it is time to give away prizes. So I have to jump off of here and get back here, if you don't mind. And thank you for so many people and so much going on. This is great. Thank you, Glenee. I'm so glad you're here. And your body is still crooked. I love that story that's in the magazine about the searing pain in the thumb and working through it, because that's, Glenee, that is your testimony. But I have talked to so many nurses that have worked through heart attacks, like where they've actually had pains in their chest that said, oh, they shouldn't have had that tuna fish thing. And then they have, paralysis in their left arm. And they said, oh, I must have held my arm badly during surgery. I mean, it is amazing the excuses for stress and disease that nurses come up with because they're too worried about others. And we want that to go away so that you can be more effective at worrying about others. All right, so here we go. The first prize is a $10 Starbucks. So I'm going to have your email, and Anel is here too, so she'll grab it as we're talking. So the question is, and it's going to be who can put the answer in the notes quickly. The question is, what are the dates of the Chrysalis Conference in Miami? Come on, come on. Who's first? Who's first? All right, you can cheat. If you can't remember, you can cheat. Uh-oh. There we go. Laquita, you are not only the chair of the conference. I know you knew it, but you were the first. You get a $10 gift certificate. Thank you. Second question. Okay. We've got the second question, and that is, what are the names? I don't know if anyone's going to get this. We're going to try it. What are the names of the programs for wellness that Power Up Nursing can offer hospitals? $10. I love the new ubi, berry, and coconut drink at Starbucks. What are the names of the 3 programs that we can offer hospitals? Laquita, you can't do it again. I know you've been studying. LinkedIn user. Come on, come on. Ah, LinkedIn user came on. Oh no, sorry, sweetie, you were a little bit late. But if you can give us the 3 program names, let's go. The 3 program names. Tons of woohoo! ComHit, Kendra, is that you? Ah, this is Dr. Kendra Seiler. She is amazing. She is the executive director of ComHit, that partner I referred to, who has a beautiful office at the Kennedy Space Center, NASA, and is hopefully training nurses to go to the moon. But she is a brilliant visionary, and she just got a $10 gift certificate. So that's Kendra Seiler. $10. Okay, thank you. Oh, and you know what? Let's give Caitlin Carey. I don't know who she is. Caitlin, we need your email. I love that. I love that. Oh my God, you were an anaphylactic reaction while nursing in the ER. My coworkers kept following me around with emergency equipment just in case. That's what we're hearing. And that's what we want the stage to be in Miami. Are these testimonies to how people who can work through an anaphylactic shock episode to heal people, how they should not be running healthcare. Come on, this is true passion. This is true commitment, and we're throwing it away by leaving the profession. All right, so she is my friend. There we go, Leanne. That's good. Well, we will. Yay, Kendra. Janice is on. All right, Janice is the president of the Nursing Action Coalition of Florida and will be leading that statewide report at November 19th through 21st. Okay, so who's the other one? Do you have the third one for the gift certificate? Hold on. Who was that? Want to make sure we get it. Her name was Caitlin Carey. Caitlin, can you do me a favor and put your email in the chat here so Anel, who's taking notes, can grab it. All right, now the big prize, the major prize, is a beautiful bag from our sponsor CeraVe with lovely products in it. Okay. And the question is, name 3 events that Power Up Nursing is presenting in 2026. 3 events. Three events. Thank you, Janice, for getting people out 19th through 21st. Who's going to get the CeraVe gift? 3 events, not programs, but actual events. Oh, so, typing. Oh, that's Janice. Come on. You can cheat. Pull it up on your phone. Come on. One of them is the Chrysalis Conference. I gave that away a couple times. You don't have to give the dates, just the events. Up. Okay. Glenay, you get the beautiful gift from CeraVe. And thank you for putting up the hospital think tank. I don't know who you are. Put your name and your email and you'll get it. You'll get a gift card. Thank you, Pam. But Glenay gets the CeraVe, and Glenay is all about skincare, natural, everything. So CeraVe is a beautiful product. It's not natural based, but it is. It's ceramides. It's natural ceramides, and it's so funny. I used to spend too much money on shampoo because I found out if I used a good shampoo, I didn't gray as fast, right? And then I ran out of shampoo and I had a bottle of this CeraVe and conditioner. My hair was never nicer. And it's like $12 for like a big bottle. So give it a try. I'm sorry. They're our sponsor. I feel kind of like, weird when I do that, but it really is good. Okay. So whoever you shared above, somebody shared above. Okay. So excellent. So we have everybody. Sarah V goes to Glenay. And how can I thank you? I don't know how to thank you guys enough for being here. Please give us your feedback. info@powerupnursing.com. If you want to talk, if you have suggestions, ideas, things that you'd love to propose to do with us, please do. If you're a hospital representative and you want to try that ROI calculator, don't forget, just info@powerupnursing.com. I'm Tanya at powerupnursing.com. And I'm happy to just and proudly represent the dozens of people who've made today possible. So thank you so very much. Oh, Darlene got the other $10 gift certificate. Go, Darlene. Darlene was very monumental for me to be able to talk to Kaiser about how we could take their Caritas and demonstrate that it is a business strategy, not just a scientific clinical model, but actually a business strategy. One of the kindest nurses I know right there, Darlene. Okay, beautiful. Well, I'm going to let you guys go and finish lunch and do the good in the world that you do. Again, I am so grateful for you. Please check back. Please subscribe to the website. Know that we are in a constant evolution to be better. I like to compare us to the Apple phone, Apple 14.2, Apple 16.1. We're just going to be versions that are better and better of ourselves. So thank you again. And really, Lisa, thank you for your kind words. I really, really do appreciate it. And Glenay loves Sarah V. Yay. Well, then I'm glad you won it. And you'll love the little gift bag it comes in. Oh, Glenay, please send me your mailing address. I may have it, but send it. It'll make it easier and quicker. All right. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And thank you. And many, many blessings on your life, personally and professionally.